Ladies, welcome back to the Feminine Mystery. Today we're going to be talking all about the mindsets that attract rich men. We're talking millionaires many times over, and billionaires. Now, when it comes to the idea of a mindset, it really is not about having one particular lens on the world, right? Diversity is the name of the game. People want to hear from other people. But this is going to be a video that really breaks things down into how you look at the future. And I got this idea from looking at a talk actually by our favorite shady billionaire, Peter Thiel, where he basically explains and walks through 4 different ways of looking at the future. And really talks about the implications of those different visions and why people who have really built these big, enduring, impactful projects like PayPal, like everything that's come out of the PayPal mafia, like Elon Musk and Tesla, or Vitalik Buterin and Ethereum. What is he looking for when he is in these early recruiting stages in terms of the mindset? That's what we're going to be talking about today. So if you're interested in this topic, stay tuned. By the way, if you are maybe somebody who is a man, maybe like 28 to 30 something, early 40s, and you do not like women, do not like femininity content, you might be in the wrong place, so consider leaving. But if you are a woman and you like content all about attracting billionaires, being spoiled, getting into the right relationship to level yourself up, if you know what I mean, you know what I mean, you are in the right place. Again, my name is Azalea Dawn, and on my channel I make videos all about how to take yourself to the next level as a woman. So if you're interested in that, stick around on this channel. Now let's get into it. Now, ladies, the first mindset that we're going to be talking about is called definite pessimism. Now, you might be stopping and thinking, oh my gosh, I thought we were going to be talking about mindsets that were attractive. We're talking about pessimism. What is going on here? Well, it's important to be very self-aware, first of all, of what you're coming in with, what you're already thinking, and what other people may be thinking, so that if you really want to play 3D chess, you can start to mirror it back at them. Now, what is a definite pessimist? Well, that is somebody who, first of all, feels that they know exactly why the future will not go well. Not only is it not going to go well, the future is going to be bad, it's going to be dark, it's going to be dystopian, but this person, the definite pessimist, feels that they know why that is. And that is a very important detail. They feel like they know where things are going, the path is not good, and this is basically the crux of most dystopian films. That might be this person's favorite genre, by the way. They might like things like the Hunger Games and Mad Max and all these things that, go on and lead somewhere. This person is probably a massive conspiracy theorist, to say the least, and they believe all sorts of things, from ideas about CBDC is coming out and what that's going to mean for society, to the idea that AI is going to take over everything. It's going to take people's jobs and nobody is going to be able to work. AI is going to overrun humanity. They feel like there's this impending recession coming, another great recession similar to 2008, or another Great Depression. The economics of society are going to change. Right, this person believes not only is the future bad, but that they know why it is going to be so bad. And that often leads to certain external behaviors as well. This person might be a prepper, might be somebody who is storing large amounts of food in preparation for some kind of disaster. Maybe they are somebody with like all of these extensive emergency kits, people who feel like they have to hoard weapons, whatever the case may be. And you can also see these behaviors pretty early on, because that person tends to be, sick and sad a lot. They're probably not super happy. And this is, again, all very important to understand, because when it comes to the definite pessimist, why might somebody like Peter Thiel have this on his mind? Well, when he's asked asking you questions about what you think about the future, blah, 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 the definite pessimist is not really inspired to build things that are going to have a positive impact on others and really propel the world forward because they feel like the world is going to SHIT anyways. So that is one very important thing to understand. Why would somebody who is a millionaire, billionaire be interested in the fact that you feel this way? Because that's how they know where not to put their time, energy, and money. So the definite pessimist attitude is one that you want to be able to spot early on, know what you're getting into, and avoid like the plague. Don't show any external signs of that, even if that is what you think. And when you are out and about meeting people, if you notice that somebody is a definite pessimist, that might be a direction that you want to move away from a little bit. Now, what's the next lens that we can start to look at reality through? Well, that would be indefinite pessimism. So, this one is a little bit more relatable, a little bit more like the vibe for a lot of people today. But the indefinite pessimist is kind of like Miranda from Sex and the City. She doesn't really have an idea of why the future is going to be bad. She doesn't necessarily believe in any sort of like conspiracy or any sort of idea that something is in particular coming, but she is a little bit of a chicken little, I guess you could say. She is always prepared for something to go wrong. The indefinite pessimist doesn't really have any sort of concrete ideas. She just thinks that something bad is going to happen. She's the kind of girl who will be walking home alone in the middle of the evening and just take off and like run because she feels like somebody might be following her. She might be characterized by low levels of anxiety. She might just be kind of a pessimist, kind of a wet blanket, and assume the worst about other people. Maybe that their intentions are not what they're presenting themselves to be, or that, sooner or later the other shoe is going to drop. They just don't really know when or where or what that's going to look like. And this attitude is more common in society, I think, than really any of the others, because a lot of people, they just go through a lot of struggles and challenges in their lives, and it may be hard for them to keep, this kind of upbeat attitude and perspective going for themselves at the end of the day. So the indefinite pessimist might be somebody who outwardly is doing pretty well in their life. It might be somebody who has a great job, maybe as an attorney, or something very prestigious, something where, these low levels of anxiety actually propelled them to do positive things for their lives. They might have had a very high GPA. They might, take their health and their fitness very seriously. They might be somebody who is quite accomplished, but they might also balance it out with being what we might consider, not in a mental health kind of way, just, kind of a casual psychology, a low-level depressive, a functional anxiety girly. And this is an attitude that may not be off-putting to your average person. It might be a girl's girl type of girl, somebody that other people enjoy being around because they just want to live in the moment. They don't want to think about the future. They might be quite avoidant, that kind of thing. But when it comes to really rich men, people who have built big things, people who own companies that you've heard of, people who are really motivated to see the future in a kind of very positive way because they are investing in the future. What you want to be self-aware of, if you have this kind of attitude, this kind of outlook on life, is that kind of person is going to be actively trying to suss out this perspective, right? And they might say things like, oh, I don't want to be around a negative person. You might think that you're not negative at all. You might think that you're just realistic and other people can't handle the future like you can, right? If you are maybe like that kind of person, this is your opportunity to reflect and to change the way that you are projecting what you think and what your psychology is out for a more positive outlook, because very rich men, they don't want the indefinite pessimist. I will just say that. Now, ladies, the next mindset here is indefinite optimism. So that entire part of the video where I said like, okay, we're going to work on attractive mindsets. Now we're getting into attractive What are rich men really looking for? Beyond appearance, when it just comes to the mindset, the way you think, who you are, indefinite optimism. Now, if the indefinite pessimist was Miranda, the indefinite optimist is definitely a Carrie. She is somebody who just feels like things are going to work out. She doesn't know how, she doesn't know why, but things are going up, they're going to work out. Everything is just going to work for her, it's going to fall into place, and it's going to be fabulous. This is what we call on the internet, in the internet landscape, Delulu. The indefinite optimist is a Delulu girl. This is really the launch pad to just, having a good, outcome in life, period. Because honestly, in today's age, just to have anything go well for you, there are all kinds of challenges and obstacles. If you want to do anything in this world here today, you have to be at least somewhat delusional. I hate to say it, but it's true. You have to be at least a little delulu just to start to get this plane in the air, right? If you are not at least a little bit delusional, we are not even, on the launch pad. There's not going to be any flights, and we're not going to get anywhere. So Delulu Queens, this is your sign to keep it going. Now, when it comes to the indefinite optimist, this is a girl who does not really have a plan for how things are going to work out, but she feels like they will. So if you, maybe you're like, in terms of astrology, you're a Cancer, right? You have, maybe a Cancer sun, or, 3 or more planets in Cancer that just gives you a lot of that energy. You may be a little bit like Delulu compared to your friends, but take it as a good sign, because the Delulu girl will just put her head down, she'll work, she'll just let things work themselves out. And this is very, like, in tarot we would call this like the Queen of Pentacles energy. She just is a master of manifesting. She just practices what we would, otherwise call the law of expectation. She places her order, she knows what she wants, she knows she wants good things, and she just leaves the rest up to the universe. And this is a very, very attractive mindset. It's not the most attractive when it comes to, very rich, but it is definitely a launching pad, a place where people are going to start to be interested in you, because you really have to just believe in certain things, because the evidence lines up otherwise. You have to believe in love. You have to believe that your relationship is going to work out. You have to believe that a business is going to work out. And this is such an undervalued thing. When a man comes home to this, especially somebody who might, be taking a lot of L's in life, they might have a lot of business failures or a lot of challenges, they want to come home to somebody who is like this, who is just a ray of sunshine, who's always making him feel better, who is always just, looking on the bright side, who always just expects things to go up. So if you are a Delulu girl, take this as your sign to keep that going, because it's a very attractive mindset. Now, we've been talking a lot in this video about your mindset, but we cannot slack on our appearances. And when it comes to looking good every day, there's nothing that's going to make that like quite so doable as a lightweight and ultra lightweight hair oil. You can use this just by slicking your hair back and putting it in a little claw clip. You can add it to maybe like a high pony or just like a mid-tail pony. This is something that will just go in your hair. It's going to give it that treatment, that nutrition, but it's going to be almost like nothing is on your hair. I use fractionated, so broken up molecules of coconut oil as well as jojoba oil, which is really interesting because it mimics the natural sebum that is in hair and really diffuses it from not just the roots where you would have like an oily scalp, but puts it in your entire hair strands when you smooth it through. Great hair treatment for you. It just makes your hair look like it's naturally healthy and just naturally shiny without there even being oil in it. I don't know how to explain it other than that. And these prices, honestly, if you know, you know. We need to save money, so if you are looking for that, you like the pink aesthetic, I've got you. There is a link in the description box below. Now let's get back into the video. Now we're going to talk about our final mindset, which is definite optimism. This is where the entire talk with Peter Thiel was kind of leading, and essentially what he's suggesting is that when he is interviewing people, determining who's going to get seed funding, right, who he's going to invest his time, money, and influence into building them up, right, what is a billionaire like Peter Thiel looking for? It is a definite optimist. And you want to keep this in mind because, in the same way that Peter Thiel might be making investment decisions, a billionaire is looking very strategically at who he wants in his life. So this is what I want you to take away from this video: a definite optimist mindset. Now, why is this important? Because the definite optimist is not just, delusional. She's not just, upbeat. She doesn't just kind of sort of feel like things are going to work out. She has a plan to make the future better. She has the intention of taking action towards a better future. She doesn't just believe that it's going to happen. She knows why the future is going to be better. And it is because she has taken it into her own hands to be so. So this kind of girl is definitely somebody who, she's very that girl. She is somebody who is very intentional, maybe with like her health, because she has decided to take control over that area. She's not just leaving it up to genes and whatever happens and chance events. She is controlling the probabilities. She's getting in there and she's eating healthy, she's exercising, she's doing what she needs to do, right? Including going to the doctor, being measured, getting early detection done. She's doing what has to be done to make her health better. In terms of her, like personal economics, in terms of her financial future, she doesn't just kind of sort of feel like, okay, one day I'm gonna have, like this house and blah blah blah. She is working to make it so. If she wants, marriage, she is actively attracting the kind of man, the quality of man, and screening him, vetting him, putting him through the tests that she needs to make sure that what she lands on is going to take her to the future that she wants. And let me tell you, men love this, especially when they are doing very well for themselves. First of all, everybody likes to be picked intentionally, right? Everybody likes the idea that you see more value to them than just what's on the outside, like their looks or their money. People love when you like their mind and you like the way that they think. And that is the secret behind these wives and girlfriends of billionaires. It's not just a one-way conversation here, right? These girls, the thing that they have that other girls don't is that mindset. They are somebody that these people want to spend their time with. They want that energy exchange with this person. And that is the thing that really is going to take your dating and leveling up game to the next level. So if you really want to attract a high quality man, you want to start to practice the mindset of definite optimism, that you make the future better through whatever it is that you do. And that's really going to help you because you're with somebody at the end of the day who has their intention of making the world better through their product, their business, their service, and that's why they're invested in by billionaires. Now, ladies, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, let me know below, leave it a like, and check out the rest of the videos on my channel. I'll see you next time.